Hey, I'm back, and I'm going to tell you 5 reasons that I love Bulettes. Let's get the obvious one out of the way first. They're land sharks, but they are tougher than they look. They have an AC of 17, and they've got a whole lot of hit points to get through. They remind me a lot of trawlers from Deep Rock Galactic or the graboids from Tremors. Reason number 2 is jump scares, and that builds on the land sharks idea a little bit, that they just wait underground for passersby to use their tremor sense to find prey, and then they jump out of the ground and go get it. One of my favorite GM resources is Keith Amon's book, The Monsters Know What They're Doing, and in that he mentions that Bulettes are tailor-made for being jump scare creatures. I mentioned that Bulettes have high hit points and high AC, but reason number 3 is that they are actually, in addition to that, deceptively agile. They have a movement speed of 40, and that's whether walking or burrowing, so they are very, very fast. It doesn't stop at 40 feet though. They can, in one turn, move 25 feet, bonus action leap 30 feet, and then they have an action deadly leap that goes 15 feet. That's a total of 70 feet of movement in one turn. That's going to do a lot of damage if it hits. Speaking of deadly leap, that is the 4th reason that I love Bulettes. Deadly leap lets the Bulette land on up to 4 creatures. They've got to be really, really tightly packed. This attack is most of the time only going to hit 1, maybe 2 characters if they're sitting next to each other. On a failed save, this is going to do 3d12 damage and knock somebody prone. That damage can be a lot for a low-level party, but knocking them prone, I think, is a bigger deal if you have a whole pack of Bulettes, because all of a sudden they're making their bite attacks at advantage. Each one of those that hit is another 2d12 damage, and the damage can stack up very quickly. The 5th reason that I love Bulettes is because they are just dumb. They have one trick, and it's jump out of the ground and bite somebody, and that's it. They just do that over and over and over. They don't change tactics, they don't learn. The monster manual describes them as single-minded predators with an intelligence of 2. Thank you to my friend and player Bep, who brought Bulettes to my attention. I've been overlooking them for a very, very long time, and I bet most of you probably were too. If you have a creature that you love that seems to not get very much time in the spotlight, let me know. I do already have a whole list of creatures to go through, but in addition to that, I'm going to be going through spells and adventures and other systems as well. I also want to talk about GM stuff, tools that I use, and some behind-the-screen stuff. If any of that sounds interesting to you, subscribe. See you later.